If you're living in a city, in the good old US of A, there's a kid living near you. Let's say he's 4 years old, and he's living in a home under foster care, placed there by the local social service system. There's something not quite right about him. Maybe he's autistic, he doesn't talk, he only makes occasional noises, grunts and squeaks, and he seems to live in another world, meaning he was a very difficult child to place into a home. His foster parents, well, let's stop right there. There's only one of them now. Of the original pair, the guy took off for parts unknown. He had no intention of playing daddy to some goofy kid, even if the state gave you money to do it. But the woman, she's 26 years old. She's putting out for another guy who practically lives there, so he pretends he's the first guy if an inspector for the social service system comes by, which they rarely do, and when they do, they just poke around a little and see if the kid looks okay. That's all they really want to know. Now the new guy, who is acting as the foster father, he gets wind of a big party and he wants to go. He wants to get high and make it with some other chicks. So he tells the woman who is the foster mother that they're going to go to this party, and she says, okay, but we'll have to take Tommy, the little kid. No fucking way, the guy says. We're not taking any fucking little kid. This is not that kind of party. What kind of party is it, she says. The kind I want to be at, he says. What do you want me to do, she says. I can't get a sitter and we can't just leave him. Yes, we can. He'll be fine, the guy says. No, I can't do that, she says. You go. You're overthinking this, the guy says. We tape his mouth shut, put him in the closet, and use the dog chain so he can't go anywhere. We'll leave him a bowl of water. He won't need no food. We won't be gone that long, okay? How's he going to drink if you tape his mouth shut, she says. I'll cut a hole in the tape and he can use a straw. And that's what they do. The guy convinces the girl that everything will be okay, the kid will be fine, it's only going to be 2 days, he can't hurt himself. So they tape his mouth shut, cut a hole in the tape, put a straw in the hole, leave a bowl of water, and chain the kid to a hook on the wall in the closet. They're gone a little longer than they planned, an extra day and a half, and when they come back and open the front door, a big stink hits them. She's all worried about the kid, but the guy says he just shit his pants is all. You can clean it up. But it's worse than that. The kid is dead. He knocked over the water bowl and he didn't have anything to drink. It's hard to tell if he died from the lack of water or strangled himself on the chain collar. I told you we should have left the light on, the woman says. That's great with the I told you so, the guy says, but what are we going to do with him now? They decide to put him in a big bag and cover him with leaves, tie the bag shut, and set him out as yard waste. And when social services ask where he is, you can just say he ran away. Better yet, in a couple of days, we'll report him missing. One of the garbage men discovers the body in the bag and the whole story comes out, and the two are arrested and charged with a host of crimes, topped with child abuse and negligent homicide. And the community receives all of this information, and it's horrified, shocked. Everyone hears about this and imagines what it was like for that poor little boy, Tommy, chained up in a dark closet with no food or water, while the people who are supposed to be taking care of him are off at some party. This is terrible, people say. We can never let anything like this happen again. The story stays in the news during the trial, and calls are made for changes in the system to protect little children like Tommy. That goes on until the two are sent to prison and the story fades away, like the little kid dying in the closet. No substantial changes are made because the social service system is already doing the best they can do, and no matter how much everyone says they care, it's still very difficult to place a kid like Tommy with all those challenging behavioral traits. So what it boils down to is that everyone does care, certainly. We're not monsters. We don't treat children like that, and we don't let anyone else do it either. But no one cares enough to step forward and take in a child as demanding as Tommy because it would mean a complete change of life for the sake of the child, and that's just too much to ask. So, charitable donations, volunteer work, a levy to benefit child services, yes, yes, yes. Maybe even a statue or plaque to commemorate Tommy, so we don't forget. But doing what is necessary to prevent this from happening again? No. It's just a matter of time. If you are living in a city in the good old US of A, you know the rest.